Hello everyone and welcome back guys to round 2 of the deadliest F1 game in the world. But today we're here for the Malaysian Grand Prix. If you did miss out yesterday's episode on this game, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out. It does sort of fill in a lot of the start of the game as well as the Bahrain Grand Prix as well. Quite an interesting race on the whole, I must admit, and hopefully obviously today we can get off to a bit of a stronger result. But yeah, we're here once again. The Malaysian Grand Prix, obviously, a track no longer on the calendar. I think this was one of the early years that it was on the Formula 1 calendar. But Super Guri, recent drives. Well done for all your recent efforts. Your last performance was excellent. Things have been going well for you lately in management. I'm very impressed to see you achieve such a good position. Keep up the great work. Which is obviously really what we want to hear there. I think we've got no emails, obviously nothing like that anymore apart from the introduction, so we'll get that out of the way as well. I did actually cover that in episode 1 for some reason. It just didn't want to go away, so it seems fairly quiet in the newsroom today. Nothing particularly going on. So yeah, hopefully we can just move into the second round of the season quite swiftly.
We're in Sepang, Malaysia for another scintillating hour of Formula 1 qualifying. Everything is ready, so without further ado, let's get on with session 1.
Here we are then at the Malaysian Grand Prix, and in terms of qualifying strategy, well, ideally this time out I actually want to get a qualifying lap in, so that'll be the aim to begin with. I'll make sure I'm on the soft tyres. Front wing, we're going to really bring that down. Last week, even around Bahrain, I thought we were running quite low aero, but turns out it was not low enough. So we were really struggling down the straights relative to the AI. Bahrain as well. Bahrain, Malaysia even. Quite a smooth circuit, so we can certainly afford to do that. In terms of gear ratios, I'm not too sure how it's going to work on this game, so we'll go like that. We'll have a bit of guesswork in there and hope that seems alright. And let's move on then out into qualifying, if the game lets me.
Scott Speed leaving the pit lane first.
There we go, not too sure what that was about. How long will it take before I die? We went further around the lap than I thought we would, in all honesty. Any more cars? Yes, 1. Now we can go.
Scott Speed posts a new lap time.
There's a little bit of a poor line through there, but we'll take it for now. Hopefully we've got enough time. And hopefully we don't run out of fuel. Move the final corner. According to this, we've got 0 fuel left in the car. Down towards the line. What position is it going to be? It's a 35-1. I'm going to have P12 there. I will happily take that. So, in terms of sector times, we are about mediocre at the first. So we're pretty much there on the pace through all 3 sectors at the moment, relative to the cars around us. I'm a slightly bit quicker in the final sector and a slightly bit off in the middle sector. But apart from that, we're actually pretty consistent. So I'm gonna speed up time, and we're down. Oh, we're right on the cusp now. This is gonna be that's gonna be quite tight if we can make it through. We've got 0.07 of a second to Webber and Montero, who are tied currently. That's gonna be awfully close at the end of the session, but we are, far more importantly, 1.5 seconds clear of our teammate, which I will certainly take. But we don't have enough time to do another lap anyway, so we may as well end the session and pray.
We'll continue in a few moments with the second knockout
16th.
session.
Let's go.
Grid positions 16 to 11.
I will really take that. Webber, Montero, Speed, Luizzi, Albers, and then of course ID. Do not get through into Q2. We just scrape it by, what's that, 66 thousandths of a second there, but any sort of advantage is a good advantage. So now we'll just go out, see where we can qualify. I'll be mighty surprised if we make it through to Q3.
In this session, we'll be down to 10 contenders, all battling it out in a shootout session for pole position. It's Nico Rosberg who's first out onto the circuit to make his mark in session 2.
Doesn't appear to be Rosberg out first, if you have an actual look at the map, mate. Down towards the line, man. It's felt like a semi-decent lap. It's a 35.3. So just over a tenth
Posts a new lap time.
off my first lap, but as you can see there, we're barely thousands off Highfield. We'll call it the end of the session there.
Continue with session 3 of qualifying in a few moments.
I'm not too worried that we didn't make it out into the final Q3 shootout, but I'm still quite happy there. Coulthard, Schumacher, Button, Clean, Highfield, and myself.
First there were 22,
out
then
in
there were 16.
Q2.
Now we're down to... So there we have it. From 10
So Alonso,
to the grid order looks like this. We've enjoyed
Alonso
it.
on pole,
Hope you have
Jarno
too.
Trulli
We'll see you
alongside him on the front
tomorrow
row,
for race day.
Fisichella, Montoya for race winner over a, near enough a second off Montoya there with his teammate just behind him. Ferrari tied at the end of Q3 there. And if we'd made it into Q3, oh, they're on a lot heavier fuel, aren't they? I almost forgot there. So Alonso doing a fantastic lap considering the heavy fuel on board that car. Once again.
Kuala Lumpur, the location of the Malaysian Grand Prix. Sepang on the outskirts of the capital was designed to be a great challenge for the drivers with wide sweeping bends, high-speed sections and tighter corners to create overtaking opportunities. The Malaysian Grand Prix was one of the most physically demanding events on the F1 calendar.
To be. And let's move on then into round 2 of the Formula 1 season. I'm really looking forward to this race. We had obviously, well, I say we had a much better qualifying. We actually qualified this race around, so I'm really hoping, you know, ideally I want to hold position. If we could move up the order though, I'd be very happy as well then.
It seems like an age for the drivers waiting for the lights to signal the start of the race. The race is go! Alonso gets off to a great start.
Oh, bit of contact with Coulthard there. I'm not too sure what's happened to him, but he
Goes into turn 1.
a very good drive off the line and then really struggled down at T1, a little bit of contact with the Toyota, but that's not going to do us too much harm. Around the outside of the Red Bull as well. Up to P12 we go. A fantastic start for myself. Just, well, I say we tried to keep it clean. Up to P11 now. Jensen Button taking a weird line. Breaking down nice and cautiously. I think someone was on me inside, but we're having a look right around the outside of the BMW. What a start to the Malaysian Grand Prix. Up, well, we were up to P10 there, I think, for a split second, but we've now dropped back down to P11, and we've got plenty of cars all over my gearbox, so we need to try and keep it clean, keep it safe for now, because, well, last time out we bottled it very early on into the race. That is not the aim today. Not too many auto spin curves around this track though. But I guarantee now I've said that, I've jinxed myself, so we'll watch out for that. And we're already starting to drop back from a couple of the cars ahead of me, so it looks like this one's going to be quite a defensive drive, which, well, as we know from the AI, is easier said than done. Oh!
It's a retirement and a very unsatisfactory end to his race.
Clean's second race retirement in a row.
That incident
Unfortunately,
seems to have done him too much harm.
Unfortunately, that was a battle. Oh, that's another dive. Cheers. I don't even know who that was. Ralf Schumacher sending it down the inside. I wasn't even expecting that. We're gonna have to be quite robust with our defending here against the AI, I feel. Well, as we saw last night from Button, I feel Schumacher's gonna do the same. Yes. Oh my! 2 of them went for it. Coulthard as well, tried to follow him through. The problem is they just don't get the drive off the corner. Like when the Super Guri boss is telling you to push harder, even though you're already dragging this car from absolutely nowhere. It seems we've got someone else in a spot of bonnet. The
tyres are showing signs of wear and this will affect grip.
Wonderful. An 8-second time penalty.
16.
And we bottled it. And we can't use the throttle anyway because we got an 8-second time penalty for the AI. Oh, he's just trying to claim something in this race. That's not been exactly what we wanted. Down the inside of the BMW, that is a terrible move from myself. Come on, Scott Speed. Not so speedy now, are you? Tell you what, he is the worst ever name for an F1 driver. Well, we need to move back up the places. I do not want to be finishing this low down.
Alonso leads. In second, it's Trulli. Third is Juan Pablo Montoya. Fourth is Fisichella. Felipe Massa is fifth. Raikkonen sixth.
It was a very weird overtake.
Seventh. And Barrichello is in out.
Great last sector, the quickest you've been through there.
Oh, of course. Why not 8? Just move me out of the way. Don't get auto spun.
P17, okay? P17. Sector 1, yellow flags are out, so no overtaking.
Why are they yellow flags in sector 1? I've actually got damage as well.
0.3
And then
seconds faster.
you stick your nose at the inside. And the Midland. What are you doing, man? Pick a side. Side by side, this ain't going to end well, is it? Around the outside? No, of course not. The AI can defend. Good run out of there, though. Well, look to the outside. The tyres are getting very, very worn already. This is a fantastic battle. Unfortunately, with Montero, not exactly the person I hoped to be battling.
The second sector in this session.
Oh, that's a bit of a mistake from him, though. To the outside, this isn't going to go well for me. Oh, right around the outside we go. What a move!
Right now.
Absolutely committed there. I will take that as
Way mark.
we try to get the car turned.
Leads. In second, it's Trulli. Massa is third. Fourth is Raikkonen. That's a gain of 1 place. Michael Schumacher fifth. He's moved up from 6th. Fisichella 6th. He's slipped from 3rd. Barrichello is 7th. And Button 8th.
Because I've only damaged the nose cone. I haven't actually damaged the rest of the wing. That corner's no longer flat. And we're in the gravel. Oh no, and my controller battery is low as well. That was what caused it. I'm going to claim.
As follows.
That's annoying.
Leads. In second,
And we
it's
slip
Trulli.
back down the order
Massa is
once
third.
again.
Barrichello 4th. He's moved up from 6th. Kimi Raikkonen 5th.
That's frustrating.
Michael Schumacher 6th.
Just ran ever so slightly wide. Those tyres are shot.
Is Ralf Schumacher.
Probably going to have to pit on the end of lap 6 here, I feel. I'm sorry to any UGI fans. Where is the pit lane around here as well? Is it the same place as normal? Oh my lord, we've run into the pits. Let's go. Look at that. That was not the ideal first stint. But we've survived, and that's the most important thing. Right, I've got buttons to press. That one, that one, that one. That one, that one. That one. Those ones. That one, that one. That one. Oh, look at that. We improved by, what, 2 seconds? Over our Malaysia qualifying. Over our Bahrain qualifying even. But we are now
Blue, don't go crazy.
down in last place. So it'll be interesting where we do actually end up in this race.
Michael Schumacher is 7th. And Button 8th.
So we're taking a good sort of 2-3 seconds a lap at a speed at the moment, but nowhere near going to be enough. If you have a look at the mini-map, how big a lead Alonso has at this stage of the race. He has absolutely dominated it, which is really quite surprising. So, well, Renault weren't really on the pace last time out, so it's a positive return for him. His teammates in P4 as well. Jarno Trulli's had a good race, comfortably in P2. And we're spinning. Why not? Down the back straight then. Unfortunately, it's going to be P18 and, well, last place in the Malaysian Grand Prix. As I said, I'm not really too sure where we lost out all that time to the rest of the AI there, but out of the final corner, that's a tough pill to take, I'm not going to lie.
The International Circuit has again been a wonderful venue for Formula One racing. It's typical of the Herman Tilke circuits of the modern era. It's been on the Formula One calendar since 1999, and it's maturing very nicely as the drivers and teams get used to that sharp turn 1 and the extended long straights.
Alonso, though, wins the first round. I'm going to talk over Brando now. Alonso, though, wins the first race by only 15 seconds there. Fantastic job by him. Over Trulli, Montoya, Fisichella, and Raikkonen there. So McLaren still picking up good points in the Constructors. Schumacher, the only Ferrari to end up scoring points there, with Ralf Schumacher outside in P12 there. Webber 13th, Heidfeld 14th, Liuzzi 15th, Montero 16th, Speed, and myself down in P18 over the Massa. ID, Albers, and Klein all retiring from the race. So really, we would have been P9. Well, we would have probably been last. Not gonna lie, after the unfortunate result at the end of that race there. Unfortunate one for us. Montoya, though, still leads the way in the drivers. Even Schumacher in P2. Alonso, Raikkonen, and Fisichella all tied for P3, but Alonso will get that based on his points button. Rosberg, the last of the point scorers, with Heidfeld, Coulthard, Schumacher, Villeneuve, Webber, Liuzzi, Speed, myself, Montero, Albers, ID, and Klein left to score there. We're in P18 though, so we're certainly outdoing the car at the moment. McLaren as well still lead the Constructors, with Renault moving up to P2 there after a good point saw. Ferrari, Toyota, Honda, Williamson, and Sauber, Red Bull, Toro Rosso, ourselves, and we are down to last in the Constructors, so we need some good races soon. That is not ideal. Let's have a look then in the news. Malaysia Grand Prix won by Fernando Alonso, and race ends abruptly for Felipe Massa there. Unfortunate retirement for him. In terms of the emails, are the team happy? Great work still somehow. You're really on top of your game at the moment, Matt, and the management are well pleased. Hiring you has a real difference to Super Gear's F1 team fortunes and the team standing in the world of Formula 1. Brilliant work, Matt. I will certainly take that after I personally felt I had an absolutely terrible race. But nonetheless then, guys, thank you everyone so much for watching round 2 of the season. If you haven't already checked out round 1, still I would highly recommend going back and doing so. Please do like and subscribe as well. You know, we've got Motorsport Manager as well. I've already uploaded a video on that this morning. If you want to go check that out as well, I would highly recommend doing so. As well as I might try and get another one out this evening. We're trying to do a Road to Formula 1 on there. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. Do not forget to like and subscribe for more F1 2006 Championship Edition Career Mode. And hopefully, I will see you guys next time out at the Australian Grand Prix.